Hello and welcome to our game 2. Sorry for the technical difficulties. My streaming software just crashed. But hey Tango, are you there?
Yep.
Alright, so we're back in game. And the draft phase is underway. This is game 2 of a best of 3 matchup. Born Absolutely Dominant has a 1-game lead. So let me just fix up some things here. So can you run through the picks and bans for me, Tango?
Yeah, it's pretty much almost normal, but so far when you look at the lineup, both teams started off with similar picks from their last game. We saw Naga Siren and Weaver being picked out by Absolutely Dominant, just like they did last game. But a couple differences this time. We have Razor, Crystal Maiden, and Shadow Fiend being picked up. Very interesting picks. And compare that to Twister with your cousin, who's gone for Shadow Demon Alchemist as their new picks. And this time they're also going to keep that Abaddon.
Yeah, they really like that Abaddon, Twister with your cousin. Now they have the Alchemist, very interesting hero, and Shadow Demon I haven't seen in a while. So regardless, Born Absolutely Dominant is playing with a much more stable lineup, I must say. But here, instead of Crystal Maiden, instead of Rubik, well, Rubik got banned out. That's what they picked up, Crystal Maiden. And you know what? Crystal Maiden works very similarly like Rubik. Squishy, slow, but has that slow additional slow skill that Crystal Nova that Rubik does not have. And now all the heroes have been picked. The players are picking their heroes, and we'll be right within the game shortly. And thank you for tuning in, everyone. This is the best of 3 matchup, semi-final match between Twister with your cousin and Born Absolutely Dominant. The winner of this match will be going on to the grand finals, playing for $250 US next Saturday. At same time, same place, so tune in then. Alright, Tango, just give me one moment. I have to fix some things up here.
Alright.
But I'm hoping that Twister with your cousin is able to put on a better performance than last game. Their picks really didn't work out last game.
This time I think they got a solid lineup compared to before. They've got you know what, they still aren't as great on the stun department, but this time they've got a Storm Spirit and an Alchemist to help them out.
Okay, so on Born Absolutely Dominant side, Razor being played by Railgun. We'll have Uchiha Dito on the solo mid, Shadow Fiend possibly, and definitely. And Crystal Maiden being played by My Dear will be a top tri-lane with Naga Siren played by Crimson, the captain, and Optimo on the Weaver once again, I believe. And on the dire side, Tango, if you would, please.
On the dire side, we've got 3 heroes going bottom. We got SDH on the Shadow Demon, Sojin on the Abaddon, and Mom Spaghetti played the Alchemist. And I think we might have a solo Razor, so he will be soloing, unless we see Crystal Maiden going bottom, but I don't think he will be.
Yes, we also have Timbersaw being played by Thundercloud. Falcon Bird picks up a haste rune and chasing the Crystal Maiden. It does. Timbersaw has not leveled up anything, and he's playing very aggressively here. Gets ensnared up. This could be first blood right here. Thundercloud, what are you doing? Excellent body block usage, but haste rune is just too fast. But he takes so much damage. It was quite unnecessary. But he has that reactive armor that's gonna stack up.
I was expecting so many heroes to be there. That
Definitely,
was a good 4 heroes.
And now in the middle lane we have Storm Spirit played by Pandora. My apologies. Paradox once again. So now looking at the lanes, Razor and Timbersaw in the top lanes. Razor has a definitive advantage here, being the range hero, plus with that static link, Timbersaw is not going to be able to get any last hits at all.
That was a very quick rotation on the Radiant side there. Quickly bringing up that Razor from the bottom and all the way to the top, because I don't think they wanted that Razor to deal with that tri-lane.
Definitely. And now in the bottom lane we have the Alchemist, Shadow Demon, Abaddon, aggressive tri-lane, which is very strange. I would think they would have opted for a more defensive tri-lane in the top lane. Let that Alchemist farm. But I think they want that. Yeah, it's very strange here with the lineup. Like, you could have sent the Alchemist top with the Abaddon Shadow Demon and kind of zone out the Razor, get that Alchemist free farming and whatnot. And Timbersaw is a great offlane hero.
Yeah, honestly, they're going on Weaver right now. They got a sentry place ready to go.
Weaver auto Shikuchi gets disrupted, stun goes off, and there we go. Enough damage coming off from Abaddon and Shadow Demon. Abaddon gets that last hit on Weaver, and first blood goes the way of Twister with your cousin. And in the top lane, no, in the middle lane, what happened there? Shadow Fiend pwned Timbersaw. Did Timbersaw rotated mid? I believe he did. And Shadow Fiend picked him off.
Storm Spirit is where it always top.
And now once again, Weaver in the bottom lane goes down again to that death coil coming out. I mean, the mist coil coming out from Abaddon. Wow, this aggressive tri-lane is really getting its money's worth.
Yeah, you know what? I'm actually pretty surprised. It's impressive to see an Abaddon in an aggressive lane like this, because you usually play him as a defensive hero, you know, to get those heals out and those shields got out. Sorry, but in this case, they're doing really well. They got that sentry placed in the bottom lane, and that's making sure that they can get these crucial kills. And these other heroes, we got the Naga Siren and the Christian Maiden. They don't have enough to hold down these heroes. At least enough for Weaver to get away. He's at what, 500 health. So Kuchi at level 1, not enough.
I mean, if you look at the Aphotic Shield coming out from Abaddon and the Shadow Demon's Disruption, that's a lot of abilities to negate damage coming out from Naga Siren, Crystal Maiden, and Weaver. Since Weaver is right-clicking, that's an excellent way to negate a lot of the damage. So very smart tri-lane here. I mean, I said that maybe they should have gone with Alchemist in the top lane, but if they're going to keep getting pickoffs here on this Weaver in this bottom lane, then that's perfect. Let them stay.
Yeah, exactly. And they're doing really well indeed. I mean, it's surprising because we've got Alchemist and Abaddon who are both melee versus the Weaver, who can pretty much get that 5-2 movement speed. So they still manage to get those right clicks in, which is the really impressive part. So they're doing a really good job of chaining those stuns and making sure they can hold down that Weaver enough to dish out the necessary amount of damage, despite those other heroes there.
Alright, now we have a pause coming out from Team Born Absolutely Dominant. So, and then we're underway. That was a very short pause, just how we like it. Now look in the mid lane, Shadow Fiend is kind of dominating this Timbersaw solo mid. So they have rotated. Timbersaw came in mid, and wow, Shadow Fiend doing so much damage with that double damage rune. Picks off Timbersaw again. This is terrible. Shadow Fiend is like a snowball hero, and you're giving him early farm. This is not going to bode well for everyone, all the other lanes. And can you believe it? He picks up another double damage rune in bottom lane. A lot of aggression, but no pickoffs.
See double damage guy coming in. Gonna get a pickoff.
Yeah, Shadow Fiend will get off that Abaddon and looking for another kill on that Shadow Demon, but Shadow Demon just able to TP away. Crystal Nova hits, but to no avail. Now Shadow Fiend will go back to the mid lane and probably harass and get another kill on this Timbersaw possibly. Shadow Fiend is a hero that truly displays your Dota skills, and Uchiha is playing Shadow Fiend amazingly well. 30 last hits, 14 denies, getting all those Necromastery souls up. Now he's gonna dive, but his double damage rune wears off right at that moment. I think he was thinking about diving deep. Look at this courier. This is a very interesting courier. I don't think I've seen this courier before.
It's a flying rabbit.
Oh snap.
Alright, so it looks like he's gonna be bile crowing, sending that bile back. You know what? I want to say the Shadow Fiend is actually a really nice pickup versus that Timbersaw middle.
Yeah, but now look at this rotation coming out from Abaddon and Shadow Demons. But Shadow Fiend is going through the enemy jungle. What an excellent route. I mean, normally you would want to go down here, and then Shadow Demon would be there to disrupt you, or you could even go down here and then get Shadow Demon could go over here and then stop you. But Shadow Fiend takes a very unorthodox route, playing smart Dota. And look at him farming so amazingly.
Yeah, there's no denying that he knows how to play this hero. He's got those really crud Shadow Raise hits.
And he's even trying to farm this neutral creep jungle right here from the enemy side. Smart play, getting the most out of his hero and his mana pool. Now he's gonna look to push this lane in. He's been doing that so far, doing some damage on this tower. While this is happening in the middle lane, let's take a look in the top lane. With Storm rotating in, I think he fares a bit better against Razor than Timbersaw did.
On the downside, that Storm Spirit has 0 mana, so you know what? Here we go. Oh, never mind.
Oh no,
that was a nice try.
Yeah, he just got out of the range of that static link. Luck. I think just
Static
going across this river. Now in the bottom lane, Crystal Maiden being chased. Alchemist changes stun, throws it out. Unstable concoction hit Crystal Nova, and Crystal Maiden will go down. No, she's able to get away. She's salving up. Are you crazy? She's alive. 7 HP. Now Abaddon Razor comes in with a TP. Abaddon goes down. Shadow Demon goes down. What a turn of events this has been. Wow. Crystal Maiden, but she finally goes down, I think. Yeah.
She goes down to the poison, yep.
Hey man, but you know what? That was worth it. Like, she survived long enough for his teammates to come in and get some kills off.
Exactly. That's gonna be a kill towards Razor, who has phase boots, and what is this coming in? Looks like he's gonna go for that mech.
Now in the meantime, Shadow Fiend's able to pick out that middle tier 1 tower and asserting his dominance even more, staying on this high ground. This is very dangerous. If you cross the river, stay on this high ground, but he has no fear at all. He has treads, bottle, he has his ultimate up and running.
Yeah, this Shadow Fiend is doing really well in this game. He's about to pick up an invisibility rune. He's about 5k almost in net worth. And this is 8 minutes into the game, so he is really balling.
Wow, 63 last hits, and he's looking for a kill on the Storm Spirit, who's low on mana. Has picked up his mana boots. I was playing very defensively at the moment, but Razor, if he's able to bait him well, it's possible Shadow Fiend can get a kill. But no, you know what? They might just take down this top tier 2 tower. I mean tier 1 tower just with Razor and Shadow Fiend. Just as cycling hits, Storm ball lightnings away. Now Glyph goes on.
Loss, considering that it's about 50 mana cost, almost off cooldown already, and it really causes that Storm Spirit to waste his last mana.
Now this tower will go down. The storm is there. Maybe he can get a last hit, maybe a deny.
At this point, the Storm Spirit should really just back off. He doesn't have enough mana to have much of an impact. And I think he's going to be more useful if he helps out in those other lanes, because right now he does not have much. But instead he's going to be staying in that top lane, try to get some farm up.
And look at this Razor playing so aggressively. Oh, I see what he's doing. I didn't realize why Storm Spirit's mana was such a low pull, because he kept getting static linked and he had to ball lightning away.
Yeah, exactly.
It's like, I mean, yeah, go ahead.
Yeah, it's only 50 mana cost for Razor, so he can spam this every 25 seconds.
Now Alchemist throws out his unstable concoction on this unlucky Maiden. Crystal Maiden, will she be able to get away? She throws out a Crystal Nova. Frostbite on Shadow Demon goes down, but the poison is ticking her down. One more hit, and no, Abaddon will get taken down from Weaver, getting triple kill right there. Massive, and what? Crystal Maiden lives, survives once again. That poison did not take her down. Popping that magic wand charges possibly. And now this will be a bottom tier 1 tower. Wow, this tanky Crystal Maiden.
Yeah, I'm surprised she managed to survive through that. And even if she didn't, it would have been worth it for sure, because that was a really great recovery from the Radiant side. Managed to pick off 3 heroes with the risk of only 1.
And now Twister with your cousin playing a very impressive game in this game 2. They're down game 1. Game 1 was Game 1 Victor was born absolutely dominant. So interesting to see. Interesting.
Mm-hmm. I mean, we're 10 minutes in and we're already seeing tier 2 towers falling. So they are in a substantial lead. And I wouldn't be surprised if they manage to keep this lead, considering the heroes on their side. I mean, we got a Shadow Fiend, a Razor, and a Weaver. Very strong heroes.
Everyone, you must excuse me. I was saying that Twister with your cousin is playing a dominant game, but it's actually Born Absolutely Dominant that's playing the dominant game. I got switched up with the teams, but yeah.
It happens. Yeah.
Yeah. I think you were kind of confused too. I confused you. Sorry about that. But I guess Twister with your cousin is really reeling at the moment. They've lost all their tier 1 towers and a bottom tier 2 tower. And Born Absolutely Dominant is in a very dominant position at the moment once again.
And this Alchemist, I just want to say, he's level 5. Has mediocre farm. In fact, he might actually die right now. Yeah, they see him. They know where he is.
Whistle Maiden comes in. Wow, couple hits. Naga Siren takes care of that. That's the end of that, and this will be a middle tier 2 tower. Born Absolutely Dominant playing so methodically, leaving no room for the Twister with your cousin to gain any advantage at all.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, we see a 12k lead for the Radiant side. Crystal Maiden might actually fall here.
Crystal Maiden getting hit up, but no, she gets away. Razor pops his ultimate out of the storm. Naga's coming in. They're just dewarding. They're so mean, man. Just let them have that ward.
Well, it was kind of obvious at that point. When you see a storm balling in, you know they have Illusion of You.
Alright, now we have Weaver in the top lane. Might get a kill on this Timbersaw, but he has to be careful. Timbersaw in low life, no mana for anything else. Now she's just gonna get right clicked here. There's a Riptide and Snare up in 1 second, not even required. And Snare, Weaver gets another kill. Now Weaver with 5-2, Shadow Fiend at 4-1. Those are good stats for your carry heroes to have.
Yeah, very good stats. Also, this Timbersaw has no items then. I mean, he doesn't even have his mana boots, which means he's not going to be able to spam any of his spells, and we pretty much saw him at 0 mana, unable to escape. So he's not doing too well. He's not managing to get any farm. And same goes for that Alchemist, who is almost level 6, but not quite. Really behind level compared to Shadow Fiend, who's at level 11, got his level 2 ult. BKB as well, ready to go.
Yeah, this is a scary Shadow Fiend. I mean, Uchiha, the 2, played that Shadow Fiend well. And now Call of the Siren goes off. They catch the Radiance, the Dire Side off guard. Now Soul Wolf Requiem of Souls hits on 3 heroes. So much damage happening. Naga Siren gets caught out by Shadow Fiend with that 2-man raise. Gets 2-man raise, and Crystal Mage's ultimate just dishes so much damage. Now they're healed up once again. Alchemist comes, throws out a stun, but everyone's back to full life, and Shadow Demon TP's in a terrible position and gets popped immediately. And now Born Absolutely Dominant. I think they'll back away now. They done some damage, got some kills, got their bottom top tier 2 tower. Now they have full control of all this area. And
yeah,
I don't
all towers down.
Yeah, and I don't envision them leaving, crossing the river ever again.
In fact, they don't really need to. They're pretty much ready to go. Full health, mostly full mana, except for Crystal Maiden, who did pop his ult there and managed to get it off for a full 5 seconds, if I'm not mistaken. It lasts 7 seconds. Okay, so she did a really good job of
now Weaver's playing so aggressively. It gets Electric Vortex, and he's able to time lapse away in the last moment, but he gets stunned once again. But Razor comes in, throws out his plasma field. Now Alchemist is getting caught behind enemy lines, and he's able to get away. Wow, that could have gone so much worse for the Radiant side and the Dire side. Now Razor getting caught out. Mech goes off now. Storm Spirit is just able to ball lightning away and snared up. Will he be able to survive? Alchemist gets the last hit on Naga Siren, but Shadow Fiend comes in with a double damage rune and wipes everyone away. Alchemist, and Storm Spirit. Now they're doing a lot of damage on this bottom tier 3 tower, and I presume it'll go down. 4 heroes are down. Abaddon can defend. There's a 21 to 5 kill lead, over 15k gold lead, and over 12k of experience lead. Tango, are you back? I think I dropped you for a moment there.
Yeah. Had a bit of issues. Yeah, we're back, ready to go.
Yeah. Well, you didn't miss much. Just the bottom racks got taken out. And I presume... yeah, there we go. They're going to go for a Roche possibly. Maybe not. They don't really need to, but I think they will. And then just racks it. Just GG thrown it.
When we look at the net worth, we see that the lowest net worth on the Radiant side is by Naga Siren, and he still has a higher net worth than all of the Dire team. And so far it's Storm Spirit with the highest net worth on the Dire side. He's got nothing but a Null Talisman and an Arcane Boots. So he's not doing too well at all.
Now Storm Spirit might get caught off here. Abaddon, one more hit. He pops his borrowed time, but now Storm Spirit catches off Weaver playing too aggressively with that electric vortex. Now Alchemist chasing unstable concussion, goes out on Shadow Fiend, but he pops the BKB just in time. His snare goes out on Alchemist. Eye of the Storm from Razor, excellent disruption. Now Crystal Maiden throws out her ultimate, makes everyone run away.
Yeah, really nice thoughts by Crystal Maiden in this game. I mean, it's something she's managed to do, because there's, again, just like last game, very little stuns on the opposing team to really hold her down. So you can just sit there channeling away. God also has a Blink Dagger, so really great positioning.
Wow, Crystal Maiden Blink Dagger. This is almost as scary as that Crystal Maiden with Shadow Blade that we faced in a pub game, right, Tango? Never forget that. Never
Shadow
forget
Blade
that.
Crystal Maiden is the only Crystal Maiden.
Oh man. Alright, so middle tier 3 tower goes down. They're doing some damage on the racks. Dire side is trying to mount a last offense, and there's the call of the Siren to counter engage, and this can be disastrous for the Dire side. Excellent ultimate coming out from Shadow Fiend, takes care of Timbersaw right away, and Abaddon goes down also, and everyone else just backs away. Well, there's Weaver picking out Shadow Demon, excuse me. Now this is the middle racks.
Down, there's very little resistance. They're going to take this mid racks, and you know what? Not much resistance to go straight for those main racks. Not racks, sorry, those main towers.
Yeah,
but
the tier 4 towers right here. But yeah, this is, I presume, Twister with your cousin will call a GG out very soon. This Shadow Fiend really made the difference, I think. That solo mid dominance. Snowball got those runes and just dominated from there on out.
You know, I think Twister with your cousin made some similar mistakes as last game, where they just didn't pick enough stuns. When you have a hero like Weaver, and even Razor in this case, you need those stuns, because otherwise those heroes are just so fast that you can't really hold them down.
That is true, that is true. Razor is so mobile. And then we have Crystal Nova with that Frostbite and the Crystal Nova and the Frostbite, pardon me. And then Snare coming out from Naga. That's enough, man. That's enough to slow you down. And with Razor's speed, oh man.
Exactly.
Razor has the Aghanims. I want him to get... yeah, no, that's why. Aghanim's Razor is such a scary Razor, man. His ultimate, too crazy. Now GG has been called, so that concludes this game. Born absolutely dominant, wins the series 2-0, and they'll be moving on to the grand finals. And now the Twister with your cousin, a valiant effort there, but at the end just not enough. Born absolutely dominant, totally outclassed them, and they'll have the opportunity to play a third, to have they'll have the opportunity to play for the third place prize money of 100 USD with the loser of the other semi-final game between Galvanoth and Team Chibi USA. So, well, everyone, thank you for joining us. I hope this was an enjoyable game as for you as it was for us. Remember to tune in next week, same time, same place.